congratulations. You seem more taking time out there between pitches, concentrating. Is that imagination, or what about today's approach?
It's mostly about my breathing. That's something I've tried to work on a little bit last year and really honed in on it this year, just to try to slow the game down. So.
Did that work? I mean,
yeah.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, I think it's worked a lot for me. 'Cause sometimes you can just get a little too hyped up out there. So I think really focusing in on your breath helps a lot.
You bear down a little bit more when the team had the error. You know, it's nothing game. Talk about bouncing back when teammates had the error there.
Yeah, I think it's just having my teammates back. We made an error, so what? Next batter's up, you got to deal with them. So it's no big deal.
KK, that hit, you were smiling as you rounded the bags. How did that feel?
I mean, it felt great, especially coming from last weekend and being able to carry that into this weekend. I know it's a hard thing to do, and just being able to do that for my team, and I felt the excitement, not just with our team, but even in the crowd. So.
Yeah. It was the first pitch you were thrown, right? That you.
Was
I
don't. I think because they called time. It was a long break.
True,
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But man, the sound of it too, and as it carried, you already knew it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna get caught, but then I seen her going back, and I was like, okay, thank God.
Kind of bouncing off of that, how do you feel being able to have those big swings as a freshman? Because I believe you had a grand slam about a month or so ago. Being able to step into the offense with such bigness with Mac Barbara and my breast.
I think it's just trusting all the work I put in and knowing, just staying confident and being patient in the box and knowing just don't try to overdo things and just be myself. And I know if I don't get the job done, the person behind me will.
KK, you touched on that. What about last week? Do you feel a little bit more coming around than you did early in the year when you were hot? Was this a continuation of it? What about getting over that struggling and last week having the big breakout?
Like I said, I think it's another thing of just trusting the process and just being patient and knowing my time will come and just keep putting in the work. And these last couple weeks I've been just really rewatching film and just trying to fix my swing just so I could come out and do what I did today.
Whether it's the controlled breathing or the home run, I guess this could go for either of y'all. How do you kind of not get too high or too low whenever there's a sold-out crowd, a record-breaking crowd and everything that you're playing in front of?
I think it's just trusting the people next to you, trusting all the work you've put in, and just you gotta stay in the moment. You can't let it get too big. Gotta remember we're just playing softball sometimes. So.
Yeah, I mean I agree with that. I think it's just slowing the game down and understanding it's just a game. At the end of the day, it is just a game. I mean, we love the game. We play our hearts out, but at the end of the day, it's just a game.
How does it feel being a part of the first LSU sweep parade? How does that feel?
It feels really good for me since I experienced it last year. So how the opposite felt. So I think it was so awesome. I'm so glad we came out here. And I'm so glad that freshmen like her just understood how much that meant to us. So that was great.
Emily, what about, big opportunity for you? I think the last time we talked to you was at Sam Houston on one of those games or whatever. What about how big an opportunity was it for you to go out and start the game where you can sweep?
Yeah. I mean, it was amazing. I was so glad that I got that opportunity. And I'm always so happy to go out there and do what I can for this team because I feel so much support from them. So I want to do well every time I go out there. So it was great.
KK, do you take anything from the first bat? You hit the ball hard. I think you saw 3-4 pitches. Did you take anything from that bat the next time in the batter's box? And, what did you
Yes.
think?
I mean, I think it was just understanding that a lot of her strikes are inside and knowing that with the runners at, I think it was first and second, knowing I need to get the ball elevated. So just having that mindset going into the box, I think, was what helped me.